Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back to Prison Architect. I want to start this episode by addressing a question that I had in the VIP channel of our Discord. And that is about micromanagement and about how to get guards to be in certain places at certain times. What you're going to need is you're going to need micromanagement in the bureaucracy screen. I'm actually not going to show you that yet because I still have something I want to hide in there. But you're going to get micromanagement. You can't miss it. It's right there in the middle. Then you're going to want to go to deployment. And once you have micromanagement, you'll get this little deployment scheduler. It's a kind of small on my screen because for whatever reason, this window doesn't scale like the rest of the UI does. At least I'm not finding it scaling very well. I don't know. But anyway, so you'll get this. Then there are different colors and numbers here. So the white is sort of the default all the time sort of thing. And then you have green, red, I have blue, I have this purple one here-ish. And like you can have like a whole bunch of different colors. I think there's, goes up to what, 6, 7, 8, 7. So there's 7 different ones. And what you're gonna do, the white hash mark here, this one is the current time. But if you click any one of these, like right here, for example, you see how the screen kind of turns this little reddish tint. Sort of lets you know that that's not the current timer. You can click this, it goes back to this, but it sort of shows this reddish tint, and that kind of gives you a visual cue that you're not looking at the current time when you're doing this. Now what you're going to do is while this red hash mark is over top of these numbers, you can click these rooms, and it will sort of put them into certain places. So for example, if I look at my regime, I can see that right now is the yard time, right? So if I go to this where current is, you're going to see that there's like nobody in the yard. So I've got all these prisoners here, but there's barely anyone in the yard. That's a problem. I've done this intentionally. I'm showing you how to fix it. So we have this red here, and what I'm going to do is during this red time, what I want to do is I want to add a few into these yards. Now, these are separate yards because this is indoors and this is outdoor, and I sort of did that and kind of kicked myself in the face by doing that. But basically, if I have these here, they'll pay attention to that, and that's good. My only problem with this right now is that this red area that I was just talking about is actually maximum security's eat time too. So I do need people here. But the good part is that during this time, the prisoners are all right here. They're not anywhere else. And so there's no point in having guards stationed anywhere else because that's not where the prisoners are. So go back to deployment. You'll see that right now it's this white period and now it's about to switch into this blue period. But I still want to edit this red period. So 3 to 4, that's what I want to edit right here. This is also red, which means it's the same as this 6 to 7. But the 6 to 7 a.m. is also a sleep time for normal, and it's eat for maximum. So it's going to be fine because all the prisoners are still here. The problem is, though, that normal sec is now sleeping, which means normal sec is spread throughout the prison during this red time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change this to yellow. Now, this makes it separate than this. I can have the regime be close, but it's going to make this separate. And what this gives me the ability to do is say I want this many in the canteen and I want this many in the yard. And like this basically locks down the yard and it's going to make the canteen safer during this period only. Okay. So I'm going to take and say you guys don't need to be in these rooms when these guys are eating. You know, there's no reason to be there because the prisoners are not there. So you don't need to be there. Okay. During this time only. Now if I go back to white, you'll see everything moved around because I'm only editing that one time period when this red arrow is over this. So that's how you do it. You just kind of go through your regime and say, when do I want to be, when do I want certain people to be in certain places? And that kind of frees everything up. So there you go. That's your crash course on deployment and how that works with micromanagement. So right now, everyone is eating here, so I should have a lot of guards in here. It's okay. This is the green period, so that's actually where I am now is green. Let's click this. Get ourselves current. You can see the red tint in the window is gone, and this shows me that my current regime that I'm looking at is the current regime. So, or the current deployment, I should say, micromanagement, whatever you want to call it, is the current one that's active right now. So there you go. Got some drugs down here. Pretty good. I've been expanding. You'll notice the money is taken quite a bit of dip. I have expanded. These cells are new. And I've also added some foundation over here. I've extended this fence all the way out this way, and I've extended the piping all the way out this way as well, just to sort of get things going in here. So there you go. I've also expanded up this way, And I'm getting ready to expand into this area. And that's what I want to do in this episode. I want to expand into this area. I don't have a whole lot of money, so I'm just going to do the outdoor stuff for now. And how I'm going to do that is we're going to go to Materials, Fence. And I'm going to start making my fencing. So you can see the plans, right? The building's going to kind of go around, and there's going to be this big area in the center, right? And so what I'm going to do, and I got to kind of figure out where the building will be ending over here. I think for now I'm just going to make the fence around the path. But later on it'll change. This is going to be a wall, but for now we're going to make it just a fence because I don't have the resources financially to cover the expenses of having this all be foundation. So we're just going to make this a fence for now and kind of close this in so that we can start utilizing this space. So let's get that to go right about like this for now, I guess. And we can always, like, I can change it up and stuff later on. But if the workmen get on this fence, and it looks like they're getting on it really fast. Oh yeah. It's the only job they have in their queue. I haven't told them to build anything. I kind of waited until they were done with all of the current construction projects. I waited until they were done with all of them before I hit record. And yeah, also, you might notice, a lot of the rooms have flooring now, right? We've got some older wood, right? That older wood look. I put that in the library as well as the shop. They're just going to kind of share the same flooring, which is kind of nice. The metal flooring has sort of been expanded out, and I'm using the metal flooring as sort of visually to tell me where the cells are. So if I put if I put walls and infrastructure in for cells, but I don't actually mark them as cells, then I'm going to leave the metal flooring not in that area. So like over here, if I make the walls and stuff, right, for all the cells, but I don't actually activate them as cells, I won't put the flooring in there. So it's going to tell me kind of like where your cells are. That's what I'm using the metal flooring for. Asking myself where my cells are. You know, like this is the wood laminate floor, I think. I think that's what this is. And I could keep that going. Let me make sure that's what that is, though, before I put that all in. I'm not sure. Like, I've been playing around with different ideas on what I want to do with all these things. Also, I think I want carpeting throughout this area. It's an office area, right? It kind of makes sense that it would... Yeah, this is the wood laminate. You know, I'm going to make this whole thing wood laminate. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's cool. Common room back here. I don't know what I want to do with that, so I'll just leave it alone for now. I've used this little pathing. I kind of made it a little bit different. I've used this loose gravel, loose stone, kind of along the outside and made this actually look like a legitimate path now. So I need to maybe do that going this way as well. And I think that'll be fine, just like this. So it kind of looks like it's going to continue this direction. And then it kind of goes into a road. It comes down. Here's the concrete tile still, like whatever. Staff room's all taken care of. I've turned this little area here into like a staff resting area. So like they can be outside and, you know, they just kind of take on their own little park bench, right? And they'll use this because it's marked as staff only. So they'll use that. They come down here and then we've got this clay tiling in our exports area. And then the workshop has been the old wood too. Look at all the wood that's here. Like, what is going on here? Why isn't this stuff being moved to exports? That's a lot of wood. We should be exporting that. We're losing $1,000 a day now, and I think it's because we're not actually exporting this stuff. Is this the workman's fault? Where are they taking this? Where's he taking that? Oh, wait a minute. Why was that in the... Is the wood laminate being... Is this, like, being taken out of the workshop? It's kind of weird. Mia started campaigning over amenities granted to prisoners. Really? Again? This is kind of silly. Like, this thing again? No weight benches in the yard. Like, come on. Let's get creative here. Let's get a little bit more creative here. I feel like that's just not a very good random event. It just happens constantly. It's kind of annoying. All right. So I'm trying to figure out why we're losing so much money now all of a sudden. I think it's because they just haven't been exporting things. We have not been sending things out for export. It could also have a lot to do with like spending a lot of money yesterday on the decorative like flooring and stuff. I made this be black, like linoleum kind of thing. I thought that was kind of nice. Whatever. I thought it looked okay. I'm still not sure what to do with this common room. So I've made it the what was it, white linoleum? Yeah, I made it white linoleum for now. Which, it kind of looks okay. It looks somewhat plain, but it's not too plain. Like, it's not this, right? It looks like it's a little whiter, it's a little nicer, I think, a little bit. And then this looks cool. Like, this stone here looks really cool. This is the flagstone. I wish it wasn't so tiley. I kind of wish the pattern was made to sort of blend with each other a little bit better than this, but it still looks really nice. I like flagstone quite a bit. I'm going to be using that later on. Okay, so this is all fenced in now. I'm kind of questioning why I would do this while I'm losing so much money. But I think I don't know. But I think, oh, you know what it is? I bet I know what it is. I bet this cash flow problem is a direct result of our programs. Can I see that? Well, exports is also a big deal right now. We need to get the exports back up into the thousands. But reform programs I put in place just now. We have carpentry apprenticeship. There's actually quite a few people interested in that, and it's making me want even more carpentry tables. Like, I'm gonna put another carpenter's table in here because it just feels worth it. If these guys can make beds, like, they're just not doing it, you know? Like what is all this wood doing here? I feel like it's a little bit glitched because this stuff should have been brought to exports a long time ago. I'm gonna sell this. It should have been brought to exports a while ago. It's kind of just flooded. I think if I just kind of reset the area, maybe the game will get on putting things where they're supposed to go. All right, there we go. So hopefully they get on doing what they're supposed to do. Carpenter's table is going to get put in. That's good. So what I want to do here, and I've been thinking about like how I want my paths to look, and I'm kind of thinking flagstone because it's looking pretty cool. So these are going to be paths around here. These are like pathways. And so I'm going to put in, this is kind of expensive, but these pathways, I'm hoping. No, wait, is this medium? Okay, it's fast movement. Good. So they will use it. Perfect. Because if they're not going to use it, then, like, basically I make it to where this path here is much faster to use than not going on the path, and that will encourage them to use the path, right? Because it's faster movement. At least that's my theory, anyway. I don't actually know if that's true, but that's my working theory, is that they'll use the path that's faster. So we're going to make a path all the way around the edge here. And that's going to cost us some money. And it's going to tie up the workman's time. And that's just the way it is. So with that path in place, I can start laying in sort of like the different things that I'm looking to put here. And I think I'm going to start with the thing I want in the very middle. But I don't have the research for this yet. So now I'm going to show you the bureaucracy screen. I've never used this mod before. So if I look like I'm like, why isn't he doing it this way? Or why isn't he doing it right? It's because I've never used it before. I'm going to get in the bureaucracy screen, over in maintenance, over in groundskeeping, there is this thing called gardening. And this allows me to place a garden in the prison and train my prisoners to grow vegetables and flowers that could be sold for money. Ah, the female prison. We should totally be growing flowers, shouldn't we? And vegetables and all these types of things. I think that's like I'm thinking of, when I saw this mod, I thought of Orange is the New Black, right? And like, you know, they work in this greenhouse, right? And I thought, you know, that's kind of an interesting thing. Let's go ahead and pick that up. So I am. I don't think guard towers is really that big of a deal to grab right now. But what I want to grab is small cells. I'm not sure if it works the way I hope it does, though. The only reason for me to grab small cells right now is because I want to make family cells smaller. I don't like how big family cells have to be. I think it's absurd how big they have to be. And so I'd like to make them smaller than they are. And I don't know if that will actually allow me to do it. But if it does, I'm going to look into that, like research it. If it does, then great. But I don't know. Also, if you're wondering, did he just pause the game? No, I still can't. I'm hitting spacebar right now. Like, I still can't pause it. I have to hit this button to pause it. But when you first select this, for whatever reason, it doesn't work. So like, watch me go 3 times speed and then click this. It's not actually researching. And I'm not entirely sure why it's not researching. Probably because the foreman's not doing his job. He says he's researching gardening right now. There it goes. So I think he has to get back to his office to research. He was probably teaching a class, and that's why. But now it's going. So there you go. Yeah. That's got to be why. Oh, man, this path is looking good. Oh, man, I'm kind of thinking I want almost all my roads to be switched to flagstone. I like this. Again, I wish it wasn't so tiley. Kind of wish it would blend a little bit together. But, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Eventually, the building will wrap all the way around this, and we'll get prisoners moving from one side to another on the building, and they'll be using this area a lot. So, anyway, when gardening is finished, I'm going to let this run on for 3 times speed for a bit. When gardening is finished, we're going to have a big garden right here. Probably, like, maybe I'll split it up and have 2 gardens, and, like, they can work at each one. I don't think it has to be indoors. That would make no sense, unless it's a greenhouse kind of thing. But if it has to be indoors, then we'll just put a wall around here, and we'll put it indoors. But I don't know. I can't see the room yet until I get... Oh, here it goes. Oh, yes, I can. Now that I'm researching it, I can. So it says garden, enclosed, surrounded by walls and doors, outdoor. Minimum size 5x5, tables, and a garden pot. Okay, so it needs to be surrounded by walls and doors, but it has to be outdoors, right? So... let's see. How do we want to play that? We could use maybe our glass walls. Oh, that would work really well, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. I think it would. Okay, so this is the path. So I need a wall here. Let's put it like this. Yes, all the way down like this. And then, Yep. Oh, yeah. And then we'll have double doors through here. So I'm just going to put them in right now. Oh, yeah. And this will sort of be like, this is our greenhouse getting set up, all right? We're going to have glass walls around, and I think that will look good. I'm not sure how this works, though. I'm thinking maybe it's possible that I'll have to have, like, 2 separate greenhouses, but that's fine. I can always put a path, like, right in the middle of it. We'll tear down some of these walls and just make it work, you know? It's fine. I'm not sure about... See, I'm not sure about the glass wall anymore. I'm not sure. Like, it looks okay, but it's not quite the aesthetic I was hoping for. I think it's probably still better than trying to do, like... Nah, it's probably still better than other stuff. Also, while I have the money available, although I'm not making much... Is it just exports not working now? What is this? Like, why isn't the exports working anymore? It's got to be just because the... You know what? Let's try to hire a couple more workmen. And I should have hired them out here, but, like, let's be real. They were going to walk all the way down here and go right through here anyway, so whatever. See, like, I want to know why this guy's hanging out in exports, but he's not doing anything, right? Like, take the logs to export and get him out of here, right? Unless they're being saved up for something else. I don't know. Yeah, his chance of success is pretty low. So is this one. Her chance of success is actually quite good. Excellent concentration. Adequate understanding. Fantastic. Got another tunnel. Let's get rid of it. It's in materials. Down. Remove tunnels. I wish there was an auto tunnel remover like function. Like I could just say auto remove tunnels, and like as soon as a tunnel is uncovered, the workman would set it as a job to remove them automatically, you know? But like I guess that's, I don't know, maybe there's a mod for that. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about like how I want these hallways to be, you know? I kind of want to change them from the marble. As much as I like the marble, and I still kind of do like the marble, but I'm kind of thinking like a carpet kind of thing. Not carpet, but like a colored, you know, like, I don't know. Just can't decide. You guys can see all this stuff, right? You guys can see the different stuff. What do you guys think? What should we do in here? If I could, I'd do flagstone. But I can't do flagstone indoors. It's an outdoor only thing, sadly. It looks super good. Like, it looks super good. Make me a flagstone material that I can use indoors, and I'm sold. Also, I've got the reinforced metal flooring right here. For, like, solitary area. And all around here. I've made this be the blue linoleum for the mailroom. I don't know. I just did it. And then this is also wood. The wood boards are on the parole room, too. The nicer wood-looking stuff. The nicer-looking wood is what I meant to say. I think maybe the office needs... Oh, I didn't have the filing cabinet. Hang on. I took it out. Like I was going to replace it, and then I didn't actually place it. So there you go, Mr. Lawyer. You can have your filing cabinet back. I'm thinking, like, how do I want to decorate this, right? How do I want to do this? And I'm thinking, like, just a single... Like, a carpet. I think I want carpet here. And maybe the red carpet, you know? Maybe red carpeting is good. If we did, like... I wonder how loud this is. That's what I'm wondering. Like, how loud are you? I might try this yellow carpet just to see what that looks like in comparison to the red. Ooh, that's very loud. The yellow's not that much better, though. I wish there were darker tints. Like, I wish there were darker colors as opposed to being so vibrant. What? Somebody's not having a good day. What about... I did black carpet in another room already, and I didn't really like it. Red linoleum. I guess we'll just use the yellow carpet. What about flat yellow carpet? What does that look like? Is that better than... Is that different than the yellow carpet? Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't have any texture to it at all. All right, fine. We'll go yellow carpet, I think, through here. Yeah, we'll go yellow carpet here in the office. Yeah, through here as well. The problem is, though, that these glass walls want concrete underneath them still, which like, doesn't look all that hot, but whatever. Yeah, carpet here, carpet up there, this way, yep, this way. And then, should I do different color carpets for the offices? I don't think so. I think they should all just kind of be the same. It's probably okay. Have them all be the same. Yeah, that'll be fine. You know, like, I'm not saying, like, offices always have to have the most tasteful of aesthetics, but it looks a little bit, I think it looks a little bit better than it was. It was like this bland basement, unfinished basement floor concrete before, and now it's at least got some carpeting and stuff. It's a little nicer, I think. Maybe not the, oops, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Maybe not the exact design I was hoping for initially, but it'll be fine. It's better than what I had before. That's all that matters. All right. So with this done, hopefully we can get gardening. Gardening is done. Okay, how does this work? Let's find out. Here's the walls, glass and all that stuff. If I have objects, garden pot. Okay, so these are 1 tile big. Kind of nice, but I think it also means I don't need this many. We're going to have a lot of people working in the garden. I think. How about we go like this? We go a table here. Yeah. It's actually a little bit too big. I could have went bigger with it, but it's okay. We'll put a table on the corners. And then we can also put a table like this. And then, how about we take the flagstone? Where's the flagstone? Here we go. How about we take the flagstone, run it down the middle anyway. And then we could also kind of run it next to the tables. Kind of like this. Hold on. Maybe we'll run it like this, and then let's get the garden pots. Stack them along here. I have no idea like how many we need per prisoner and like how well. Like, I don't know. I don't know how they use them. But what I'm thinking is we just kind of have garden pots with tables next to it, you know? So like something like this. And then we put the flagstone kind of between. Or maybe the flagstone's not the right maybe that's not the appropriate material. Maybe it's like more like a grass kind of thing or gravel. We could try that, or just dirt. You know, we could just do dirt. Cause like they're plants, right? So why don't we just do dirt? This is still flagstone, so you can't overwrite the material while it's queued. So you have to do it like this. Oh, it's already dirt. I don't need to do that. Never mind. Maybe we do it here though, just kind of because it's next to the table and stuff. Okay, let's get them doing that because I want to see what that looks like. I want to see what it looks like. We're gonna have other things like common room areas, and this is like gonna be a really big sort of like free time zone, right? Everyone who wants their free time is gonna want to be in here. And this will allow me to like slowly transition a lot of these other places, like the common room here and like other things, like this common room. I can start slowly transition these things out and repurpose them for other things. I kind of want the library, for example, to be like this big area over here so that I could get rid of this library and then replace it with more cells, right? So that's kind of like the idea, is that we'd have cells surrounding all the amenities that they love, and then they would go outside and they would come like walk the paths and like go through the different buildings and all the things they want. And I think that's kind of nice. And then the security office, of course, is right here, putting its influence on the area. And I think that's kind of what I'm going for. The problem right now I'm going to run into though is like, oh my gosh, seed, $40 per seed. That's expensive. Oh my God. It's okay. So let's go to rooms, garden, and then we can make this be the garden. I think the whole thing a garden, and see what they do with that. Minimum size 5x5. Yeah, we're good. Okay, now how do I get prisoners to work here? So there's no qualified prisoners. We need plant cultivation as a program. So come over here to programs. I've been hiding this from you guys too. It's all the way at the bottom, like that. 36 are interested. Very cool. Let's go ahead and tag that. And plant cultivation. What does that cost us? Does it cost any money? It costs $150 per session. Okay. Probably want to edit the schedule. Plant cultivation. Like, it's all near all these other things. So let's put this up here. This is a period of time where nothing else is happening. So we'll do it there instead. This doesn't look like anyone's really going to be in it, though. Still no one interested in general education. I mean, I've got what? Only 8 passed? There's nobody in this class too. Like I'm paying for this class, there's nobody in there. I don't get it. Like they're interested but they're not enrolling. Why? Why? 17 interested. Nobody's enrolled. It's the period of time. Like why is it scheduling it there? Why is it scheduling foundation education way up here when it should be doing it more down here? Protective custody. No. I want this to be in the other classroom. Here. I want it to be there. Yeah, now we got people enrolled. It's got to be in the right area. You got to have it in the right spot. Plant cultivation. Again, I don't know why it's not. Oh, I don't know. Oh, look at this. A stack of seeds? So they got their own custom, like, yes, nice. Oh, that's brilliant. The gardeners are going to go in there and do it. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Oh, I'm excited about this. I want to see how this turns out. And then what happens is we end up growing the vegetables and growing the flowers and stuff, and then we end up selling them. So we're going to get more money for that too. Now, I think eventually I want a road on this side of the prison. I think that's what I was talking about before, is having a road on this side too. But I don't know. Like, maybe I don't need that. Because can I have 2 roads for deliveries And if I do, like, will they deliver the right stuff to the right spot? You know, like, for instance, if I want stuff delivered for the workshop, is the game smart enough to put that stuff on this road? But if I want stuff delivered for the garden, is it smart enough to put it on this road? I don't know about that. And I don't know if I want to spend the money to find out. I might try this, like, off camera. I might try to just, like, you know, load up a save, do it, test it. Didn't work? Okay, fine. Revert the save. I might try to do that and see, like, how that works, but just not right now. How do I want to do the outside parts here? Right? Like, how do I want to... do I want this all to be grass? I mean, part of me does, because it's like a big, wide open garden area, right? So, like, if I did grass all this whole area, that's probably better. It's a lot of money. So much money. Like bankrupt now money. Like, we have insignificant funds to continue doing this money. And I'm still doing it because that's just what I do. I keep spending money even when I have nothing left to spend. There we go. Now we're in the hole. Totally worth it. If I can get exports to work. See, they're putting it in here. Right? They're putting it in here, but they're not exporting it out. There's something bugged with exports. I'm going to sell this. Because there's something wrong with this. They should have been putting that out there a long time ago. I don't know why they're not. Like, they're stacking it in here instead of putting it in exports. Right? Like, this stuff all needs to go in exports. Like, this is good. Like, I want it to go in here. I want them to cut it up and stuff, but they're not doing it, right? That's my problem. Whoa, whoa, well, there's nobody... Oh! Wait, that's the problem. Wait, why wasn't there anyone working in there? Oh, no wonder they keep delivering it. There's nothing... Oh, you stupid, stupid Charlie. That is why we're not making any money. How did that happen? Nobody was working in there. That's bizarre. Like, seriously, this is like a how bizarre moment. Because I don't remember ever unstaffing them. I wonder if it happened when this happened. Like, when I expanded the yard and this wall went away. I bet that's when it happened. I bet as soon as this wall went away, all of them got unstaffed. Ah, I bet that's it. It makes sense to me that that would be it. All right, I'm going to do a shakedown. We're going to gather all the contraband up, and then that is going to do it for this episode, guys. I'm pretty sure the money problems will be solved now that the workshop's back up and running. Look at that. Holy crap, we got the mother load of cell phones just dropped in there. Nice. Look at all the cell phones we just got. 15 cell phones. 18 packs of cigarettes. I better see some... Look at another cell phone. Wow. Where did they get all the cell phones? I'm so happy. We're going to be selling these like crazy. A drill. Oh, man. Jackpot. I imagine our consulting fee money is going to be quite high. We've got almost... don't do math on the fly, kids. It's not good for you. We got like $70 worth of sales on that so far, and it's going to keep growing because we're going to end up selling more of this stuff. Alcohol, more cell phones. Awesome. All right, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thanks for watching. Give your input on this as well. Like, what do you think about this? Is this kind of interesting? Having a big courtyard here in the middle with all the cells surrounding it? I think it's a cool idea. And the really cool part is, like, this whole area won't be contested for gangs. It'll be like the little buildings and stuff that are contested for the gangs. So what I might do is have, like, the whole thing will be yard area. Like, this side will be yard, this side will be a yard. It'll be separate sections for yards. But I don't know. I don't think that's really necessary. I think it'll just be a nice free area where it's sort of like a safe zone, if you will, for gang territory later. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it won't be. Maybe I'll turn the whole thing into a yard and it'll be one big arena. That's going to do it, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.